looking at me wrong, what you want to do. You're going to wind up getting shot, or you're going to wind up shooting somebody. Either way, you're going to lose your life, or you're going to kill somebody. You're going to wind up in jail for what? For nothing. So just wake up, man, and smell the coffee, man. Pull up your socks. So I would like to ask about people who divide into sects. I already spoke about that. I mean, that's really what I was talking about. Breaking up into groups and sects and calling yourself righteous and somebody's not righteous, and this one's a kafir, this one's a mubtadi, this one's a kutubi, this one's a that and so and so. This is some of the jahiliyyah itself. This is foolish. Now, I don't say that Muslims don't have grades of dignity. I don't say Muslims don't have grades of honor. And I don't say that Muslims don't have grades of knowledge or grades of compliance or taqwa. They do. And Allah mentions it in the Quran when He talks about the different levels of believers. But that's not what we're talking about here. Pointing fingers at people and saying who's going to be in the fire and who's going to go in paradise, who's rightly guided, who's not rightly guided, who's a munafiq, who's a kafir, who's a mubtadi, who's a this, who's a that, who's a deviant. No, don't do that, brothers. And don't let yourself get led into that. The real scholars and the real students of knowledge, they don't do that. They point out the traps, the tricks, the holes, the ditches. They point them out for people to give them what? Nasiha. But we don't give Muslims names. We don't start pointing at Muslims and calling them names. We don't do that, because once you start doing that, you don't realize that when you're pointing, there's a finger. See, when you're pointing, there's three fingers coming back at you. Every time you point, there's three fingers coming back at you. Check yourself out. Look at you. Make an assessment of yourself. Look in your closets. Check your house out. Check your children out. Check your knowledge out. And if you're satisfied with your knowledge, and you're satisfied with who you're following, and you satisfied with the level of your iman, alhamdulillah, then teach and preach. You ain't got to be no player hater. That's what your brothers call it, right? Player hater. You don't have to do that. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have love for the Muslims. Says, brother, I just wanted your advice on marriage. Here we go again. There's a Muslim girl I love so much. There's a Muslim girl I love and I want to marry, but I'm not sure I'm capable financially and Islamically. MashaAllah, may Allah help you, inshallah. I'm scared that her parents will not accept me because of this. I'm hoping you can help me and give me advice on how to get around this matter. Well, first thing you got to do is, I don't know how you fell in love with a girl and you didn't meet her parents. How you fell in love with a girl and you didn't meet her parents? You got to meet the parents. He's on the phone, my man. Prince Nassim is on the line. He's ready to talk to us. Alhamdulillah. That's right. And the brother said that really he doesn't want to be called Prince Nassim Hamid. I mean, that's his professional name. His name is Hajj Nassim Hamid. Alhamdulillah. My brother, we train together every week, mashallah. And we do dawah together every week, mashallah. And we live right near each other, mashallah, in the city of Sheffield. And so I told him I was coming here to Sydney, Australia. And he gave a little talk to the people the other night. And I told him I was coming here to talk to young brothers and sisters about from the root to the fruit. So is he ready? Okay. So while they're dialing, let me just answer this young brother. May Allah reward you, Akhi, for your good intentions. But first thing is, this young lady who you're interested in, the first thing you're supposed to do is go see her parents. You don't have a right to write to her. You don't have a right to talk to her. You don't have a right to even be looking at her before you talk to her parents. Now, so you got to back up. So my advice for you is that, one, what you need to do is find out from her brother, if she has a brother, how you can go meet the father or the uncle or whoever is the wali. You got to go through the right, you got to come through the front door. You can't be sneaking through the back door or climbing up through the window. You know, we don't just meet sisters in the street or meet them in the school, fall in love with them and write to them and make some plans about marriage, and then we're trying to figure out how we can talk to the parents. No, the sister's wrong and you wrong. Now, I didn't say you did nothing wrong yet, But I'm saying what you got to do is you got to correct things and come from the right way. And the right way is to go and talk to her parents and say that you are interested in her. Don't go to them and say you in love with her.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh boy, that sounds beautiful with a return like that. I want to know that I'm so happy to speak to my brothers and sisters in Australia.
As for the young man who was asking about the young lady that he loved, I just advise you, go to the parents of that young lady, speak to those parents, tell them how you feel, and inshallah they will advise you the way that you can proceed, inshallah, to fulfill your intentions, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now for the Muslim ladies, the covering of their head and the wearing of loose garment and the covering of their bodies and the not showing of their attractions is a part of their uniform. God has given the Muslim ladies a specific uniform. So they would be distinguished and known as Muslim ladies. And they would not be molested. And that in the streets, when men see them, just by the way they're dressed, they would get some kind of respect. You don't hardly hear men whistling at Muslim ladies. I invite every person, every non-Muslim woman here, to stand to the side when we leave here and talk to a Muslim lady. Let's not ask CNN, ABC, Fox. Let's not ask the London Times or the Australian Times. Let's not ask non-Muslims about how Muslim women feel, how they live, what are their principles, what are their challenges. If you want to be fair, ask a Muslim woman.
Allah would never disgrace you or humiliate you.
That there is no one on this earth more beautiful than a Muslim woman. There's no one who comes close to that.
The first person to accept Islam was a woman, Khadija radiallahu anha. The first person to die shaheed for Islam, Sumayya radiallahu anha. The second most hadith is reported by a woman, Aisha radiallahu anha.
And don't think that the Muslim ladies are any less beautiful than any other woman. It's just that they hold and cover their beauty for their husbands. It's like pearls and diamonds. If I came to your house and I asked you, can I see your diamonds? Can I see your money? Can I see your jewels? Can I have your PIN number? You wouldn't give it to me. And you wouldn't have it in front of me. Well, our women, our wives and our mothers and our daughters, they're worth more to us, they're more precious to us than our diamonds, our gold, and our PIN number. The wearing of the headscarf for the women. This seems to have become so major, a major aggravation. Why should women who want to wear a veil, why should this have been such a source of aggravation today? Why is that? I don't understand it. If a naked woman walked in this room here, meaning wearing a bikini or a G-string, she would have the right to just walk just like anybody else. We would be like, whoa. What's going on here? But we couldn't say anything because it is accepted in the society for a woman to wear this in public